What's up, guys? It's Jamie. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to honor the journey that you're actually on and how to focus on the things within your business that are going to manifest the best results. So before I dive into today's video though, I'd just like to introduce myself. If this is the first time on the channel, my name's Jamie Gardiner. I'm a full-time affiliate marketer and coach. Got well over 700 students absolutely crushing it with their affiliate marketing business. And this channel is really me talking about the last 10 years I've been online, talking about the things that are working and not working in my business. And it's about as fancy as this channel is going to get as this whole thing here. So if that's of interest to yourself, feel free to hit the old subscribe-alicious button below and the old like-sicle. I don't know, I'm playing around with that. I don't know if it's going to stay. Anyway, like and subscribe, that would be lovely. Feel free to drop a comment as well. Anyway, today's topic of conversation, I wanted to talk about, I guess, honoring your own journey when it comes to the online marketing space. And this is prevalent if you're an affiliate, if you're a coach, if you're an info marketer, you've got your own courses, all that type of stuff. It's the same process. So what tends to happen is when we dive into this industry, and I'll start with affiliate marketing, it's kind of been my pathway, but it is kind of true of anything really. Basically, you get overwhelmed with all this information. It's like you need a funnel, you need a website, you need email marketing, you need some ads, and you got to go on every channel and the YouTubes and the Snapchats and the TikToks and the Instagrams, and you're trying to work out like what's the best place for me to be and what's the best thing for my personality and what is actually going to work. Should I get into e-commerce or should I get into affiliate marketing? And do I want to be an affiliate for physical or digital products? And there's all these decisions that you have to make, and I'm obviously just scratching the surface. So many more out there, of course. But the point being is that it's incredibly overwhelming for so many people when they get started until they finally take the plunge and they get set on one particular pathway, which is what I did originally. I got started with affiliate marketing and tried a whole bunch of other stuff in e-commerce and CPA marketing and Kindle and you name it, but stuck with affiliate marketing. Also ended up setting up an agency in that time. Also ended up going bankrupt in that time. Also ended up having relationship breakdowns in that time. And so yeah, I probably should have just stuck with one thing as another message. Anyway, that's a video for another time. Focus on one thing at a time is probably the best message I could possibly give anyone that's starting out with this stuff. Anyway, back to the story at hand. You get overwhelmed. There's so much information. It's like, you need to do that. You need to get a funnel. You need a website. And you start to learn all this stuff. And then you start to glue all these pieces together. So you've got your half-baked funnel and you try to find the best funnel builder and all that type of stuff. I know, I get the irony, I get it. I'm going somewhere with this. You then start to look into autoresponders and you find one and then that doesn't get in the inbox properly, and then that one always lands in the spam folder and the sender reputation is bad with that one, so you try another one, then you go into this other thing and blah, 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 and then you're told that this other one's cheaper and that other one turns out it's a nightmare because it's cheap, and so on and so forth, right? And so the point of all this being is that a lot of the time I guess the way that it gets sold is, you're going to do these 5 steps, and then after you've done those 5 steps, you're going to be making a good 3 to 5K per month, and then you can just scale from there. It's pretty damn easy. And that tends to be very, 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 very far from the truth for most people. For example, it took me around about 7.5-ish years before I had my first $1,000 day online. What was kind of cool is it turns out it wasn't a fluke. I had another one the very next day. Had my first 10K month, well, 9,800 and something, but semantics, right? And that was the catalyst for my rapid growth over the last 2 to 3 years, where I've gone on to be part of the team with Super Affiliate Accelerator. We had $1 million. I've gone off and done my own coaching. I've had 40K months. Like, things have been kind of cool, and that has happened in a very rapid succession, but it took a very, very long time for all that stuff to click into place. Now, here's the interesting thing about that. And this is the whole purpose of this entire video, is it's really important to honor what you're doing at the given moment, right? And understand that there are things that you do need to put in place. Like, I'm not saying things like having an autoresponder isn't important at some stage. I'm not saying that having a funnel isn't important at some stage, but the reality is you don't necessarily need all that stuff to get started. So the question to throw to yourself pretty much on a daily basis is what I'm doing right now going to increase the probability of me bringing in revenue to my business today? Is what I'm doing right now going to increase the probability of bringing revenue into my business today? And if you can ask yourself that, and then you think, well, hang on a minute, I'm learning this kind of codey thing over here, for God knows what reason would I ever want to do that? but is that going to make me money now? And yes, there is going to be times when you have to go and learn this stuff, where you have to go and deploy this thing, which isn't going to have an immediate impact on your business. But the point being is that that's the question to ask yourself, right? Which will then give you focus on the things that are going to move the needle, which is, in my case, it's building an audience, right? Through things like this thing here, the camera in my living room and me just talking at an inanimate object and hoping to make sense. Creating content, audience building, etc. Having a method of conversion, right? So number one, having a method of conversion. Adding value to your audience. It's another cool thing. Hopefully someone's going to watch this video and they're going to be like, that Jamie's quite the character. I'm going to go join his group below this video. Go do it now. If you want to learn stuff and like increase your profits in your business and make a whole shitload of money online, that is. I mean, if you don't want to do that, then don't join the group. But if you do, then join it. I drop a bunch of free stuff in there. Anyways, am I making offers to my audience, right? Am I asking people if they'd like to be part of my solution, which is this magical, mythical solution I have right here? You guys want it? There you go. What I mean by that, I actually just did it right then. I made an offer. I said, if you're wanting to increase your profits and blow up your business and maybe look at how my acquisition process works, where I'm able to close as high as 1 in 6 people in my audience, as much as $210 for every single person that enters my group, then hit me up. There's a link below. Join my group. Feel free to reach out to me, and happy to have a chat to see if this is the right pathway for you. Right, so guess what I just did there? I made a call to action. Really, really strong call to action. If you drop a multitude of these, especially if you're wrapping it up with your value, most people aren't going to get too pissed off about that. And those that do, then I'm sorry, they're probably not your people anyway. Anyways, kind of off topic there, but still has some semblance of relevance to what I'm trying to talk about. So give me a sec. Anyway, honoring your own journey. What do I mean by this? So I'm saying focus on the money making tasks, number one, and that'll probably put you ahead of the pack anyway, because you're going to be focusing on the human psychology and what triggers buying behavior and how to polarize your audience and push away the people you can't serve, and state of awareness of your market, and buying trees, all that type of stuff, and writing copy that sells, which is kind of cool, and putting out content which helps people out, which hopefully sells as well, and et cetera, et cetera. So that's kind of what you should be aiming at, but start with your offer first anyway. Anyways, enough about that. The reason why I put this video together, and really, I'm now getting to the relevant thing I meant to talk about in the first place, is what tends to happen is when people get started, and it's very prevalent in what I do, which is Facebook organic marketing, by the way, and like I say, check out my group if you're interested in learning more about that. Sorry about the noise. Bro, seriously, it's a truck passing. And so, what tends to happen is people jump into this thing, and then they start to mind fuck themselves. And they will start to think, well, why would anyone buy from me? I don't know anything, and this person's sold $10 billion worth of stuff online, and what could they possibly want with little old me, and why would they buy from me? And so they start putting these anchors in place for themselves and go, oh, well, no one would buy from me because I'm a piece of shit. No, why would anyone want to anyway? And so instead of that, what I say is, like, honor the stuff that you've learned along the way. Look at the fact that even if you've watched 1 or 2 or 100 of my videos, you probably pick something up, and hopefully, please pick something up. Seriously, have I done these 400 plus videos for nothing? Otherwise, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so you probably learned something. I'll teach you something right now. Here's what high ticket affiliate marketing is. It's selling someone else's products and receiving a commission for doing so. You don't need to own the product. You basically just refer a buyer through to that product. They get an amazing product. You get a high ticket affiliate commission. An affiliate commission can range from 0 to 50% to 100%, depending on the actual product itself. What I specialize in is high ticket, which pays around about 40 to 50% of the value of that particular product. And what I do specialize in is digital products, such as software and coaching and courses, things like that. And they sell for anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to $10,000, things like that. And as an affiliate, you can earn up to 50% of that, right? So that's affiliate marketing in a nutshell. That's pretty cool. And that's high ticket affiliate marketing. So now you've learned something, right? You learned something. So honor your journey, right? And the point that I raise with that is when you are and you have an internal locus of control, which is basically the way that you perceive the world and the environment around you and what happens to you, either it's your responsibility or external locus control, which you assume that everything happens to you based on external circumstances that are beyond your control, basically. So you have an internal locus of control. It means that you're taking massive amounts of self-responsibility. God, we're going into some weird stuff in this video. Anyway, and the point with that is, if you have an internal locus of control, you know you can't control how much stuff someone else knows. You know that you can't control whether someone chooses to buy through you or not. But what you can control is being excited about the journey, is learning the stuff, is like taking that tiny little bit of information and putting it out there, going and giving someone else value, regardless of whether there's a sale involved or not, right? That's how you build a brand over time. You go and jump on a call with someone, you help them out, you get a testimonial, all that type of stuff. Which brings me to my next point. I'm glad I raised that one accidentally. And so I know this is kind of like a pretty random waffle, but hopefully there's some nuggets involved in this as well. Nuggets, yeah, okay. So the other one was honoring your journey and why would people buy from you? Well, there's a couple of things to bear in mind. If you are a high ticket affiliate, chances are you probably have invested in a high ticket affiliate program. And if you haven't, hit me up. I can recommend some really good ones, including Super Affiliate Accelerator, best thing on the market, has been since 2019. Many success stories come out of it. And in my opinion, all biasness aside, I still think it's one of the best things out there. Anyways, so there's something based on the product or program that you're part of. And this is called Deferred Credibility. And it's the idea that hopefully the product vendors, myself and Chris Donnelly and Jacob Karras, hopefully those people have some level of success. Hopefully they've done some stuff, right? Now I know there's a lot of people that have never done what they're teaching. Anyway, I'll leave that to another day. But the point being is that there's some credibility there. And then if it's an established program such as SAA, Super Affiliate Accelerator, you'll probably find that has a bunch of students that have come in and absolutely demolished it, like done really, really well. Most products have that to an extent, right? So therefore, you can leverage that to your advantage. I'm not saying like, oh, look at this screenshot of the commission check that's mine and definitely not someone else's that I just took off the sales page. But what you can do is you can say, I'm so excited to be part of this opportunity. Look at the amazing results that are coming out of it, because you're deferring it to that, right? Because at the end of the day, yes, you're building a brand, you are selling yourself, but the reality is that you're selling the results that the product can get someone, regardless of your own results in that particular product, by the way, right? So that's another thing. This is why I say honor your own journey, because we're all different. We're all going to move at different speeds. Some people are going to take a year to make something work. Other people are going to take 5 seconds. It's just human nature, right? There's a ton of different reasons why that could be the case. Just as human nature. Anyway, so honor your journey. Anyway, the other thing to do, and I have not seen many people do this yet, and I would strongly encourage you, if you've bothered to watch through this video to this point, this is my massive chunk of advice, is one of the things that helps with the buying decisions of your marketplace is social proof, right? So, there's a whole bunch of testimonials on the sales page. All these people are getting results from that particular product. Okay, social proof. Here's like 100 testimonials, social proof. How can I leverage that in my own thing? Great question, I'm glad you asked. So what you want to do is you go out there and without an ounce of wanting to sell anything to anyone, you go and say, listen, I'm really excited. I've just started with this particular program. I've been learning a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just like, man, I want to get into it. I really want to show someone what I've got because it's kind of cool and I like it. And you do that and you find 5 people that are like, hey, I'm curious about this stuff. And you go out there and you help them out. Now there's a payment, there's a form of payment, and the form of payment is the exchange is they have to give you a testimonial. So you hop on a Zoom call and you go, listen, this is what I'm doing, this is affiliate marketing, this is what it's all about, this is how coaching works, and this is how you can take your knowledge and put it into this format and help other people with that thing, and I'm really excited about the thing, and also you don't actually need all this complex stuff. It turns out that that's all bogus. You don't actually need it to start with. What we need is a platform to get in front of people, a method of conversion, and a really badass offer which solves problems for people. And if you've got those 3 and you know how to like glue them all together, you can make money. It's pretty damn cool. So you hop on the Zoom call, you teach them some stuff, you help them out with some things without expectation of return. Although they will have to give you a testimonial. And if they do that, guess what? You've got social proof. Now all of a sudden you've got someone who says, hey, that Jamie, he's all right. He's helped me out with some stuff. And that there is super, super powerful because especially if you're on the Zoom, you say, hey, while we're here, would you mind just dropping a couple of words? Like if you got some value out of this, I'd really appreciate it just for use in my social materials, all that type of stuff. And they go, yeah, Jamie was really helpful on the call before, and all right, close enough. Anyway, the point being with that is when you get those testimonials, you can transcribe them, you can take the audio off, you can take screenshots of the person, like, whatever. And now you've got tons of social proof. So that there can be used in your social media. And so now that all of a sudden raises your authority as a brand, right? And hopefully you're feeling a little bit more confident because you've actually had to teach these people some of the stuff that you've learned, right? In your own words, right? Hopefully this is all making sense. So this has been a kind of catawampus ramble, but the whole point of it being is that if you're honoring your own journey and you're focusing internally about what you can control, and you're not worried about what everyone else is up to, and you're not worried about whether they've managed to make 100 grand in 5 seconds with completely from scratch without any work or anything like that, and you're focusing on what you can control, which is your own results and your own excitement about being part of this journey. And you are focusing on those things, which is based off that question, which is what I'm doing right now going to increase the probability of me bringing revenue into my business today, right? Add value to my audience, build an audience, invite them to be part of my thing, opportunity, whatever you want to call it, right? And yeah, focus on getting some other folks' results without you wanting to sell them anything. And there's an irony in this as well, because I've done it myself in my own business. And the irony is that if you are able to just, hey, this is what I got, this is what I do, this is blah, blah, this is whatever, and you don't have that expectation they're going to convert into anything, often they will just come back to you anyway, because they'll just be like, tell you what, Jamie, you helped me out with that thing, and I've always thought about that, I really appreciate it. What else you got? I'd like to start, kicking butt with this thing now. And you're like, okay, sweet, well, here's my list of things that I got. These are the issues that I solve in my business with my students. Do you want to check that out? Maybe we can have a chat about it. Already spoken to, so the ice is well and truly being broken. That's just a soft conversation, and whether it's the right pathway for them or not, you won't know until you actually communicate with them, of course, but it's super powerful. Anyway, this has been really, really random, and hopefully some of you guys have got a little bit of value from it. So the big key takeaways, I'm just going to wrap it up just for my own mind, if anything else, is when I say honor your own journey, I mean look within what you're doing, right? Don't focus on everyone else, just look at what you can do and just understand that the stuff that I've learned to date is amazing, and the people that I've been able to help to date is amazing. I do have something to give other people that I can help them with in the form of content, in the form of whatever. And also, yeah, just don't worry about it, right? You don't need to be a guru to sell stuff. You just need to be able to know that the solution that you have can help other people out. And if you understand that, then good things are going to happen, right? So big long ramble. Hope this helps a couple of you guys out. Feel free to hit the old scrubbalicious, which is the subscribe button. I don't know why I called it that. And yeah, join my group if you want to get some help with your business. This is kind of my jam. It's what I do. Help folks acquire customers in a very cool way through Facebook groups. And it's like some real ninja stuff that I do in there. So if that's of interest, feel free to join my free group, and I'd love to see you guys over there, and catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.